As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house and owning it. Having an advocate who can help you navigate negotiations, timelines, inspections, and more can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
It's Gun Storage Check Week and National Suicide Prevention Month. Securely storing your firearms can help prevent suicide. Use lockboxes, safes, and locks to deter unwanted access. Learn more at gunstoragecheck.org and enter to win a gun safe. That's gunstoragecheck.org. If you or someone you know is struggling, call 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Brought to you by NSSF, the Firearm Industry Trade Association.
Places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens.
They're clucking.
Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics. Welcome to Tuesday. I'm very excited because tonight I lose my Limp Bizkit virginity.
All right, partner. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
What I'm very excited about, though, is the fact that we have given Sarah a homework assignment.
Yes.
She has been studying the gospel of Limp Bizkit for about a week now.
I have. I really have been.
For
How are we
about a
feeling?
week.
We're feeling great.
Is there any pure poetry from the mouth of Fred Durst that has spoken to your core, to your soul?
Everything he says is pure poetry.
He speaks to you, doesn't he?
He really does. I appreciate all of the swearing.
I really appreciate the poetry in that one song, Eat You Alive, which is loosely based on Britney Spears.
What? I haven't listened to that one yet.
Oh, yeah. Go to the Results May Vary record.
Okay, I'm on it.
We can't play any of the lyrics on this.
No.
I mean, mine is like maybe the sniffing panties line. That's about it.
What?
Yes, that is a part of the line.
Does he talk about that? He wants to do that for Britney?
Yes. This was around the time where he was like rumored to be connected to Britney Spears, and then it didn't end well, and so he wrote this song.
That's hilarious.
About her.
I love
allegedly.
it.
Those were some legendary years.
That was a good time.
You know, the funny thing is, the more I go on with this show, I thought I was a Limp Bizkit fan back in the day. The more I know Steve Migs.
Oh, no.
He is like the encyclopedia of Limp Bizkit. I listened to 2 albums. Their creme de la creme, which was Significant Other, and then their like lesser one, which was Chocolate Starfish, and then after that, I fell off the Limp Bizkit wagon. Steve,
there's not just 2
over
albums
here is like the holy Bible of Limp Bizkit.
He has been, yes. I mean, honestly, you've gotten me more hyped up than I already was.
I mean, of course, you got Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water and Significant Other, 2 great records, but I contend that maybe even Gold Cobra might be their best. And
Who listened to Gold Cobra, Steve?
This guy.
The only person in Seattle that listened to Gold Cobra.
Listen to Shotgun, your mind will be blown.
Are they going to play any songs off of Gold Cobra?
I want to put money that they are not going to play a single song of that record because nobody bought it other than me. There's also The Unquestionable Truth Part 1, which is a great record. They never put out Part 2.
Maybe it's still coming. Well, we are very excited to be heading out to White River Amphitheater in just a few hours' time. Steve and I are already rocking our hot dog shirts.
I'm calling it the Limp Glizzy shirt.
It is a Limp Glizzy. Oh, no.
All right, partner.
And Rockaholics, where are we going to hang out tonight? The Bear Lounge?
We're going to be at the Bear House.
The Bear House.
That's an area that's like right over, you cross the bridge, the Matthews Bridge, of course, if you're a Limp Bizkit fan. But if you go to the White River Amphitheater, there's like a spot over the bridge. It's kind of like right next to where everything is. We're going to hang out around 8 o'clock. So if you are going to the Limp Bizkit show, which if you're one of the 12 other people that are, then come on by and find us over by the Bear House.
We'll see you there, Rockaholics. Now let's inform these fine folks.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes, and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
A.K.A. the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
All right, partners, the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law. And today, I think we're already crushing it. It's National Radio Day.
This is great
I don't know if there's another radio station in the world, and probably for good reason, that are this excited about a Limp Bizkit concert, but here we are. It's also National Hawaiian Pizza Day.
Boo.
Shut up. And Bacon Lovers Day, which might I recommend, replace the Canadian bacon on Hawaiian pizza with actual bacon.
And replace the pineapple with something better.
No, keep the pineapple, and I think it's a way better pizza.
Okay.
You know what's not good, though, yesterday? Was your Seattle Mariners once again disappointing us. It's over. Guys, it's over. I don't even know if we've ever talked about them anymore. They ended up losing 3-0. Wasted a nice pitching effort from Bryce Miller. Bats were yet again not alive. I mean, to think about, at one point, your Seattle Mariners, not to make you more depressed, but here we are. They were in first place with a 10-game lead. They looked like they were unstoppable. No team has ever blown it after having this kind of a lead this late in the season. But here we are, now 5 games out of first place. The Astros are red hot. I think they've only lost once in the last 10 games. And we're also 6.5 games out of the wild card. So chances are pretty slim that we're going to be going to the postseason.
Okay.
But go Mariners.
Well, let's talk about the Seahawks. Let's talk about Geno Smith. He is reportedly seeking a new contract before the start of the Seahawks season, even though he's only in the second year of his 3-year, $75 million contract. However, the Seahawks have not made renegotiating his contract much of a priority, and there is no new deal that appears to be on the front burner as of yet.
I think Geno even said it. He emailed him about this whole in the negotiation, and he said,
"They wrote me off. I ain't right back, though. That's the problem. I ain't right back. Let's go."
And I don't think the Seahawks are writing back either. Like, hey, man, we're giving you a lot of money.
Well, and speaking of quarterbacks, the Hawks have brought in Casey Bauman for a workout. He is a Bellingham native. He went to Nooksack Valley High School. He was recently released by the Los Angeles Chargers, and this workout might indicate that the team is maybe looking at some other options for a practice squad or an emergency quarterback role, especially considering P.J. Walker's preseason performances.
He stunk it up in the last game. Yeah, I mean, Sam Howell, of course, is the backup or maybe the starter at some point, but yeah, P.J. Walker didn't do a very good job of proving that he should be on the roster. Oh, man, speaking of quarterback stuff, I don't know if you've been keeping tabs on what's going on with our old friend, Russell Wilson.
Mr. Unlimited.
I haven't, to be honest with you, up until recently. Apparently, the competition between him and Justin Fields, it might be leaning a little bit more towards Justin Fields, mainly because of the fact that Russ has not performed all that well in the preseason games. He's also been dealing with some injuries as well. And there's a lot of people that are saying, no, maybe Justin Fields should be the guy, including former Pittsburgh Steelers coach Bill Cowher. He's saying that, yeah, maybe Fields is the guy. Now, they haven't made an announcement just yet. It looked like it was Russ's job to lose, but maybe he's lost it.
Yikes.
That's crazy if that's the case.
Go Hawks.
Hey, as far as weather, we're going to hit a high of 71 degrees today. It's going to be cloudy. Partners, perfect day to keep on rolling. That's the DMD, and that's what's up. I'm sorry.
What rock band do you think has made the most money on tour?
Ooh.
Limp Bizkit?
No. I'm not going to even throw that one out. I don't know. Metallica?
That's a good choice, but probably not.
Kiss?
I don't know.
All right.
In fact, a couple of the bands that have
Korn.
made a couple of the bands that have made the most money on tour aren't even rock bands. We're going to tell you all about it at 6:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
From the mind of a 2-foot-tall talking spokes puppet comes this year's biggest challenge. It's time for Bob's Dare to Compare, the hottest game show on TV that asks, what happens when you compare Bob's to the competition? You get style. You get quality. You get beeps and boops and dings and whomps. And thousands of dollars in savings. Everyone's a winner when you dare to compare with Bob's Discount Furniture. Shop in store or at mybobs.com to play now.
First, the bad news. SAP Business AI won't help you generate cubist versions of your family's holiday photos. But it will help you understand which supplier is best to help you roll out your plant-based packaging in Southeast Asia, or identify the training your junior project manager needs to rise up the ranks, and automate repetitive tasks while you focus on big innovations, so you can be ready for the next opportunity. Revolutionary technology, real-world results. That's SAP Business AI.
Which band do you think has the highest grossing rock tour of all time? And no, Taylor Swift's backing band does not count.
Okay.
And it's not Limp Bizkit.
No, Taylor Swift has like the highest grossing of just all of music.
Yeah.
And I mean, and the more she tours, the more she crushes that record. But this is rock bands.
So they tabulated the numbers, and the top grossing band is in. It is...
I like Coldplay, but I am booing this selection of a song. I'm only a Coldplay fan, just like Radiohead. First 3 records, then I'm done.
Oh, yeah.
I would also like to point out that, again, Steve sent me the list without telling me what songs to play. Yeah. So I just went top song, and this was their top song.
I can't argue that it's probably their most popular song with everybody. But, man, I like some of their older stuff.
The Music of the Spheres World Tour has grossed $945.7 million.
Dude, they do stadiums. They do those big festivals. I mean, they're doing they'll do like Lumen Field. I mean, it's crazy that the first time I ever saw Coldplay was at the Showbox.
Oh, wow.
Which, I mean, it was their very first U.S. show. They just came over to America. They did like an end session, got to see that too. That was pretty cool.
Were a lot of people wearing yellow?
No.
Sorry, it was a bad.
But all the lights went yellow, and I thought it was the most mind-blowing thing. Also, I smoked a lot of weed back in those days, but, turning the lights on yellow when they're singing yellow, I was like, this is just next level.
Do you hear how edgy this guy is? He was smoking doobies at the Coldplay concert.
Some of the devil's cabbage. I was probably the most badass person there.
You're going to be the most badass person at Limp Bizkit tonight, Steve Migs.
You better watch out.
Are you ready to round out the rest of the top 5? These are the highest grossing rock tours of all time.
So, anyone else seen Coldplay, or am I the only idiot?
Nope.
Okay. Just make it. Maybe you went for, a bet. I don't know. You lost a bet and had to go. I don't know. I've seen them more times than I can remember.
Oh, Lord. Here is number 2.
Now, would you consider Elton John, though, rock?
Hell yeah.
I don't know if I would.
I think rock's pretty damn hard.
Is this one of those examples?
Maybe not so much Tiny Dancer.
I mean, I'm not... I can entertain the argument that some people would consider him a rock artist or a rock band, but he's not a rock band. I just consider him pop. Yeah. Right?
And I've never seen him in
he's
concert.
He's about as rock as Taylor Swift, I feel.
I've never seen him in concert, but the Farewell Yellow Brick Road Tour, $939.1 million.
It's not as rock as Taylor Swift, and he also probably wears just as many sequences as Taylor Swift in a concert. Yeah, I've never seen Elton John, though. I would love to see Elton John. I don't think he's touring anymore, right?
I think he's completely farewelled now.
And none of us have seen him.
Nope.
Okay.
All right. Coming in at number 3 on the list of the top highest grossing rock tours of all time.
Both of your faces right there. I wish I would have had a camera rolling.
I say that, but I kind of wish I would have seen U2 at some point. I've had a couple of opportunities, and I passed it up, and then now I look back, I'm like, it would have been cool to see them back when I wasn't as disgusted by their music.
I've never been able to get into U2, but my husband loves them, and he's always like, if you just would go see them with me, and I said, it doesn't matter if the ticket is free, I will not go with you.
Oh, so that's
I just really can't stand this band.
So you couldn't even sit through a concert?
I don't think I could.
What about at the Sphere? Because they did the Sphere, right?
I'd rather see the Eagles at the Sphere than U2.
Wow.
Honestly.
No, I'd much rather go see U2.
The U2 360 tour has grossed $736.4 million. Coming in at number 4.
They get the last laugh, Taryn. Who cares if you're not going to go see them? I think enough people have seen them that they're doing okay. Yeah.
Number 4 on the list of the highest grossing rock tours of all time.
Now we're cooking with butter. Give me that cowbell, Steven Adler.
The Not in This Lifetime tour has grossed $584.2 million.
I've seen them when they reunited with Slash. and Duff, which was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Axl and the Guns and Posers when he hired a bunch of guys and they did like the Tacoma Dome. It was pretty good. I still wish I could go back in time though and see the original 5.
Oh my gosh, that's been legendary. Rounding out the top 5, the top grossing rock tours of all time.
I mean, would you consider them rock? I'm kidding.
I've seen them twice. In recent years, they were fantastic. They can take my money every time. A Bigger Bang tour grossed $558 million.
I saw them once, and I only lasted a couple songs. Not because I thought they sucked. I'm just not a big Rolling Stones fan. I just wanted to go so I could say I've seen the Rolling Stones.
So did you enjoy? Did they have an opener that you were excited about or anything? Or
I think it was Dave Matthews.
Oh, wow.
And actually, I enjoyed Dave Matthews more.
He's pretty great.
He was fantastic.
He is not on this list, though.
No, but I'm sure he's doing okay financially.
Oh, yeah.
So I've seen 3 of the 5. How about you?
2 of the 5.
Danny, 0 of the 5?
0.
Sarah, 0 of the 5. No Mastodon,
0.
I know. Now that you're a metal babe.
Yeah, it's not Lamb of God, you guys. Come on.
Right.
206-803-ROCK. We want to know, have you seen any of these bands that have the highest grossing rock tours of all time? Coldplay, Elton John, U2, Guns N' Roses, or the Rolling Stones? Call in now if you have ever seen any of these bands live. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Pearl Jam.
I've seen them.
The Daily Migs Show.
206-803-ROCK. We want to know, have you ever seen any of these bands in concert? Coldplay, Elton John, U2, Guns N' Roses, or the Rolling Stones. They are the highest grossing rock bands of all time. And we want to know what you thought of the show.
I've been 3 for 5 for me. Was it 2 for 5 for you?
2 for 5 for me.
And 0 for 5 for Danny and Sarah.
206-803-ROCK. Jessica, you're in Everett, but you traveled a great distance to see Guns N' Roses.
I did, yeah. A pretty far distance. I went all the way to Tokyo.
Okay, I saw them in Tacoma, but that's no Tokyo.
Well, to be fair, I didn't go to Tokyo for them. They just happened to be playing there while I was there. And, of course, I had to take advantage. It was amazing.
So, Jessica, you I do this all the time. Wherever I'm going, like we went to San Diego, I'm like, what bands are playing while we're there? Because how cool. So and you saw Guns N' Roses playing. Where did they play?
It was actually a festival that was going on. I think a 2-day festival. I only went to the 1 day, but they had all kinds of random bands. Weezer was there. I got to see Weezer. Hoobastank.
Yeah.
For that band. It was a little while ago, but oh my God, it was so fun.
Worth the money?
So worth the money. Absolutely.
And who was in Guns N' Roses when you saw them? Was it Axl and a bunch of hired hands, or was Slash and Duff part of it as well?
I did see Slash. Yes.
Nice.
Yep.
Right on, Jessica.
Steve in Bellevue, you also saw GNR in the early 90s?
Yeah, that's right. The Use Your tour at the Tacoma Dome, and that was with I believe that was all the original members. They may have subbed in Soren on drums, but everybody else was there.
Was that the show with Metallica and Faith No More, or was that a different tour?
No, that was a different tour. It was an awesome show. So much so that my buddy Johnny bought a $25 concert shirt, and we were like broke college kids. We lost Johnny, couldn't figure out where he was, found him passed out on my car. He had puked all over the front of his $25 concert shirt and totally puked all over the front of it. And we're like, Johnny, what's up, man? Oh, I was in the pit. I couldn't get out of the pit, so I just puked on myself.
Oh,
well, that's one way to get out of the pit.
Poor Johnny.
Like, okay, make room for Johnny.
Dude, I remember paying for a pay-per-view back in the day when they'd had pay-per-views. They would do pay-per-view concerts, and one was for Guns N' Roses during the Use Your Illusion tour, and opening for them was Soundgarden.
Oh,
and I have it on VHS somewhere, so if you ever want to borrow it.
You know I do.
Yeah.
I got a VHS player somewhere. Stephen and Everett, you saw 3 out of the 5 bands, just like Steve Migs. Which 3 did you see?
So I've seen Coldplay. I've seen Guns N' Roses, the hired hands version.
Okay.
And I saw U2.
And so of those 3, which one was your favorite?
The Coldplay one.
And Stevie is this is our buddy Stevie, Green Bay Packers fan, and you're a massive metalhead, Hatebreed and Megadeth. So for you to say that Coldplay was your favorite of those, that's a testament to how good they are live.
Yeah, the kind of side reason we wanted to go see them because Fiona Apple was opening. So.
Oh, Wow.
I saw her at the Moore Theater once, and it was so great.
Absolutely. 206-803-ROCK if you've ever seen Coldplay, Elton John, U2, GNR, or the Rolling Stones.
And all 5 of them have been seen by our production director, the man, the myth, the legend, the voice of Straight to the Comments, Jason.
Good morning.
Hello,
Good morning, Jason.
Good morning.
So you've seen all 5?
All 5. Yeah, Coldplay multiple times, U2 2 or 3 times, Rolling Stones once, Elton John when he was touring with Billy Joel at Wrigley Field, did 2 nights there, saw that, and then who was the 5th one?
GNR?
GNR, yes. GNR was in a little campground 4-H fairground in northwestern Illinois with Metallica on a tour in the early 90s. I want to say like 94 or 95 in Pecatonica, Illinois, and just a nightmare scenario to get in and get out of there. But
like White River.
Worse than White River. I mean, small town, fairground, worse than White River, but phenomenal.
Worth it. If you could go back and see one of those bands one more time of the 5, which would you go see again?
Oh, you're going to hate my response to this,
no,
but
don't even
it's
say it.
U2. It was after the attacks on 9/11, and they were playing United Center, and they pulled these big drapes up that were linen drapes, and they put every person's name on there as they sang the song Walk On in tribute to everyone who lost their lives on 9/11. And it gives me chills right now talking about it. There's nothing more moving than that moment.
So that was your favorite of the 5?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember seeing that, and that was just incredible what they did right there.
And then Coldplay after that, and then Elton John, and I mean, everyone was great for a different reason. There's not one that I really like over the other, but that experience with U2 at United Center, just chilling.
Yeah.
Chilling.
206-803-ROCK. Have you seen any of these 5 bands, Coldplay, Elton John, U2, GNR, or Guns N' Roses? Or the Rolling Stones, excuse me. Chris and Everett, you saw 2 of the 5.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, I saw the Steel Wheels tour for the Rolling Stones. It was like 94. They were playing with Guns N' Roses. Can't remember what tour it was, but they came out with Knocking on Heaven's Door. Saw them with in Living Color.
Oh, I remember that tour. Yes.
Yeah, they rocked, man.
Yeah, that was when Living Color just broke big with Cult of Personality.
Oh yeah, Bob from Tacoma, you saw U2 at the Paramount, and they got a guy from the crowd to do what?
Well, I was watching him, and a guy from the crowd handed a cassette tape to Bono, and Bono made a statement about how that's how they started, was a garage band handing somebody a tape, and so they pulled him up on stage and handed him a guitar, and they wanted him to play with the band. And the guy just stood there, and they stopped, and Bono asked him what's wrong, and he said, "I play the drums." So he hopped on the drum kit, and that kid rocked. It was amazing.
So he played a U2 song with them.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, in a small venue, Paramount. That was in their Surrender tour when they before they really got big and started playing the great big huge venues.
I would have liked to have seen them back in those days, like Joshua Tree and earlier. I feel like that there were some good U2 songs.
Oh, it was amazing. Probably one of the best concerts, and I'll remember the rest of my life.
Bob, did you ever find out if that guy did his band make it? The guy with the cassette?
It was Dave Grohl.
Never followed up. Never knew who he was.
It was Dave Grohl.
That was his 5 minutes of
and
fame.
that's Kurt Cobain spotted him and said, "You know what? He should be our drummer."
Rockaholic Steve Migs has very much enjoyed being in the 69 club, and I'm talking about the number of losses he has on the year in the game Beat Migs. He's got a record of 230 wins, 69 losses, and 38 ties in 2024. Who will deliver the 70th loss? 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 650.
The Daily Migs Show.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
It's warming up, folks, and about time to turn on your AC unit and cross your fingers. Or you can give up that moment of truth and switch to an American Standard heat pump system like I did. My place is on Comfort Autopilot thanks to American Standard. Energy efficient and reliable, my heat pump keeps things cool like the Arctic in the summer. And with energy incentives, I was able to save. Ready for the future of comfort? Learn more at AmericanStandardAir.com/electrification.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations. As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
It's Gun Storage Check Week and National Suicide Prevention Month. Securely storing your firearms can help prevent suicide. Use lockboxes, safes, and locks to deter unwanted access. Learn more at gunstoragecheck.org and enter to win a gun safe. That's gunstoragecheck.org. If you or someone you know is struggling, call 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Brought to you by NSSF, the Firearm Industry Trade Association.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Be Migs. Be Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Be Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Justin from Seattle is. Justin, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Woo! I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Justin has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
There are 3,600 of what in 1 hour?
Second.
Correct. What band has the hit songs Just Like This and Faith?
Pass.
When it comes to computers, what does RAM stand for?
Random access memory.
Correct. Chestnut and Kobayashi will compete in the ultimate hot dog eating competition streaming on Netflix titled Unfinished What?
Is this?
No.
Food?
No.
Hot dog.
No. Which planet in our solar system has the highest surface temperature?
Mercury.
No.
Saturn.
No.
Jupiter.
No. Who wrote Oliver Twist and Great Expectations?
Pass.
Dua Lipa's song Dance the Night is from what 2023 movie?
Barbie.
Yeah. Oh. Justin, if I was a betting girl, I would have totally lost thinking you would have not got that one correct, but I'm so glad you did because instead of dropping a deuce, you got 3.
Yeah.
So
he's a Barbie girl or guy.
In a Barbie world.
I'm a Ken.
You're just... Oh, I won't say it. Steve's here. I don't want to give him any clues or any hints.
You wouldn't know that one.
Wow.
I hope he does, though.
Now, the guy who usually has my back is doubting me.
No, just because I know you've talked trash about it before.
Oh, is it about Titanic?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, good.
Something like that. Steve, are you ready?
All right, partner. You know what time it is.
Oh, my gosh.
Really leaning into it today.
There are 3,600 of what in 1 hour?
Minutes. No, seconds.
Seconds, yes. What band has the hit songs Just Like This and Faith?
All right, partner. It's Limp Bizkit.
Yes.
I'm trying to fire it
When
off.
it comes to computers, what does RAM stand for?
All right, partner.
There we go.
Random access memory?
Yes. Chestnut and Kobayashi will compete in the ultimate hot dog eating competition streaming on Netflix titled Unfinished What?
Beef, and we're talking to Joey Chestnut today at 7:20, partner.
I'm so excited. Which planet in our solar system has the highest surface temperature?
Which planet? I'm going to go with Uranus, Sarah.
No.
Saturn?
No.
Mars?
No. Who wrote Oliver Twist and Great Expectations?
Charles Dickens?
Correct. Dua Lipa's song Dance the Night is from what 2023 movie?
Dance the Night Away?
No. That's the lyrics, though. Good job.
Dance the Night. Barbie?
Correct.
Yes.
Which biological term means without a spine?
What?
Which biological term means without a spine?
Oh, crap. Spineless.
No.
Damn it.
That is not the biological term.
Such confidence, though.
Steve?
I heard a doctor say it once.
It doesn't matter, though, because you got 6 correct, which is double Justin's score, 6-3. Sorry, Justin.
Yeah. Enjoy that 69.
That's right. Thank you for helping me keep the 69. That will be the last time I say that to you, Justin, but thank you.
All right.
We're so impressed that you got Barbie.
That was just a guess.
All right.
Justin got it correct as well. And then he said he was just Ken, which is a great song from that movie.
Was he Knuff?
Steve! I have
He's seen the movie, hasn't he?
Oh, I watched it last night.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah, no, you don't need to watch the movie to know it.
I've never been so impressed, though, that you know that. Wow.
All right.
Okay.
The only one that you both got incorrect, which planet in our solar system has the highest surface temperature?
No idea.
Clearly, it's Venus.
Oh.
It all makes sense now, doesn't it? Not really?
Nice work, Steve.
Congrats on winning.
Thank you.
We've partnered up with Mary's Place again this year to put brand new back-to-school sneakers on local kids in need. And Kicks for Kids is going down right now, but we really need your help. And any amount will help out Rockaholics. Thanks to all of your work last year, we were able to help out nearly 400 kids through Mary's Place, and the goal is $20,000 this year. How are we doing on donations, Steve?
We need work. We need some help. Come on, Rockaholics. Open up your wallets and donate if you can. Obviously, it's not often that we're begging for money, but we're begging for money because it's for the kids. You do it in the winter with Coach for Kids. We do it in the summertime going into school time with Kicks for Kids. And right now, any amount will help. And big thanks to Timothy Johnson, just donated $100. That was really cool. Anonymous donation of $100 as well. And then Chris Alvarez also donated $100. $100 puts a brand new pair of sneakers on a teenager in need. $50 on a kid in need. Any amount helps from $5 to $500, whatever you can give. And of course, $69 to join the 69 Club, a very exclusive club that is.
Oh, yes. Get all your info at KISW.com. And thanks so much for joining us for Kicks for Kids 2024. Yesterday, something happened at the DNC that had nothing to do with politics at all. So don't worry about that. But it will make you feel really old.
Real old.
What happened? You'll find out after Rush.
The Daly Migs Show.
Last night was the Democratic National Convention, and something happened during the DNC that is going to make you feel old.
At least it made me feel old.
Migs, what happened?
I think it might make you feel old as well. I don't know. Maybe not Danny and Sarah, but we'll find out. So it was in Chicago. I was watching. I think it's still going on, to be honest with you. It just wouldn't stop. And I got to stand up and applaud for something right now. I'm kidding.
Oh, my gosh.
It was just like, I feel like that could have been like an hour and a half if like the crowd would have stopped chanting and applauding. But I get it. It's like a big spectacle. But Steve Kerr, I don't know if you know him, but he's a basketball coach for the Golden State Warriors. Also is the coach for the U.S. Olympic team. So I think there's the tie-in as well. And of course, I think the crowd's still chanting USA as well. It was just a crazy night of just chants. But that's just how all the Republican, Democratic, all the conventions, that seems to be the case. But he said something that it was just a flippant remark and it was a joke and he was kind of connecting to Chicago and the arena that they're in. But I was like, man, we are almost at this point. And it kind of made me feel real old. And he said this.
And as you guys know, a lot of good stuff has happened in this building.
especially in the 90s. You young.
All right, so what do you think he's going to reference?
Oh, God, I have no idea.
Chicago 90s.
Oh.
The Bulls.
Okay, what do you think, Sarah? Okay, good. What about you, Taryn?
All I can think, when I think of politics, I think of Monica Lewinsky. But I don't know.
It doesn't have to be about politics. It has nothing to do with politics. The Bulls aren't political.
I have no idea.
I mean, I guess it's got to be something sports related.
Danny, you are correct.
You young people.
It could have been the Smashing Pumpkins. You just never know. They were popular in the 90s. That would have been a deep cut, though.
You young people, Google Michael Jordan and you can read all about it.
See, I know he's joking, but there is going to come a point where people are not going to know who, or not really be that familiar with Michael Jordan.
Didn't that one over there not know that
That one,
movie,
his name is Sarah.
Just Mike, was literally about Michael Jordan?
First of all, the movie is called Like Mike. Thank you. And it is my favorite movie of all time.
But you didn't know that Michael Jordan was like the premise of why Mike is in the title?
No. I thought everyone was just trying to be a little Bow Wow, who's the main character.
Cut her some slack. Up until 5 minutes ago, I have to. Up until 5 minutes ago, she had no idea when you said the DNC, she did not realize what that stood for.
You guys were saying like the DNC last night, and I was like, what did I miss? What's the DNC? So,
Is this a new rap group?
Thanks to Google.
Jog DNC?
I figured out what it was, and I was like, oh, I missed something last night.
And it was super fun to watch her in these light bulb moments, because then she goes, oh, so that's RNC.
Well, because I was like, well, if that's the Democrat one, I was like, do they call the Republican one RNC? And lo and behold, I Googled RNC and they do. All
right, I got a question for you then. I'm going to put you on the spot. It's another 3 letters. Can you tell us what these 3 letters stand for?
Okay.
GOP.
GOP?
GOP. It is a political thing.
Government. No? Wrong. Wait, whoa.
Well, you're not right. So if you're not right, you are.
Okay, there's Democrat and Republican.
Yeah. What
there's
is
a G? GOC? Is that what you said?
GOP.
GOP?
Yeah, you know me.
You're really flustering her right now. I don't know if you can.
I don't think
she doesn't
she's
know.
so red right now.
Go.
All right, how about we give you the first 2 words?
Okay.
Grand, Ole, or Old.
Grand Old
P.
What? President? Grand Old.
It's not a Cardi B song, so don't go with that word.
Grand Old.
Miley Cyrus had one in the USA.
Party! It stands for Grand Old Party?
Grand Old Party.
Yes.
That's the one.
GOP.
Is that like a...
It's another term for Republican Party.
No way, really?
I wouldn't lie to you.
They're called a Grand Old Party?
How are you learning this in 2024?
This is adorable.
Are you almost 40?
They're not called a Grand Old Party.
Yes.
Do we have another... do Democrats have another nickname? Are we just DNCs?
The DOP.
Why?
The DAP.
I don't want to know what a DAP is.
Get a bucket and a mop.
A Grand Old Party?
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds so fun. I want to be part of the GOP.
It was at this moment that Sarah became a Republican because it just sounds like fun. Oh, God bless you.
Oh, boy, Rockaholics.
Never change. Please
I seriously apologize to everyone listening, especially if my husband's listening, because he's going to kill me.
Oh, so he says I need to play this for my wife later. Maybe to make her feel better.
The GOP.
Yeah, you know me.
He is considered the greatest competitive eater of all time, and his next battle will happen live on Netflix. It is called Chestnut versus Kobayashi Unfinished Beef. It's very fitting that we're wearing hot dog shirts today, Steve Migs.
Beef.
Joey Chestnut will join us at 7:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
From the mind of a 2-foot-tall talking spokes puppet comes this year's biggest challenge. It's time for Bob's Dare to Compare, the hottest game show on TV that asks, what happens when you compare Bob's to the competition? You get style. You get quality. You get beeps and boops and dings and whomps. And thousands of dollars in savings. Everyone's a winner when you dare to compare with Bob's Discount Furniture. Shop in store or at mybobs.com to play now.
First, the bad news. SAP Business AI won't help you generate cubist versions of your family's holiday photos. But it will help you understand which supplier is best to help you roll out your plant-based packaging in Southeast Asia, or identify the training your junior project manager needs to rise up the ranks, and automate repetitive tasks while you focus on big innovations, so you can be ready for the next opportunity. Revolutionary technology, real-world results. That's SAP Business AI.
You don't just live in your home. You live in your neighborhood as well. So when you're shopping for a home, you want to know as much about the area around it as possible. Luckily, Homes.com has got you covered. Each listing features a comprehensive neighborhood guide from local experts. Everything you'd ever want to know about a neighborhood, including the number of homes for sale, transportation, local amenities, cultural attractions, unique qualities, and even things like median lot size and a noise score. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Rockaholics, it is almost Labor Day weekend,
Yes.
where there are traditions from barbecues to camping, but we want everybody to skip their regular Labor Day weekend plans because there's something epic happening, and the person we want to hear from is on the phone right now, and it's Joey Chestnut. Joey Chestnut,
Joey!
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to be on with you guys.
Joey, I thought that the most hyped up fight that was going to happen on Netflix was going to be Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, but no, it's you and Kobayashi, unfinished beef.
Dude, this is a real rivalry. He won't even stand in the same room as me. I'm still blocked on all social. Like Jake, Paul, and Tyson, they're like hugging each other. No, we're going to be pushing each other to the breaking point.
Oh, for a second I thought you had beef with Mike Tyson. I'm like, Joey, that's a terrible idea.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not getting near those guys.
Yeah.
They'll eat me.
Yeah, he'll eat ears. He'll eat you after you eat a hot dog.
Joey Chestnut, whose idea was this? Who was the one that threw down?
Oh my gosh, it was a couple years ago. I did a radio interview. I told people that I would love to compete against them again. Somebody who worked for Netflix said, "Oh my God, this sounds great," and so they started talking to both parties, and 2 years later, it came together.
And people can watch this live on Netflix Monday, September 2nd at noon. And it's taking place in Las Vegas at HyperX Arena inside of the Luxor. What are you doing as far as training and preparing and getting yourself all psyched up for this massive showdown?
This is pretty much the biggest eating contest ever. My biggest rival. Every time we go against each other, we're breaking records. And it's I haven't made a hot dog record in a few years. And I know that having him there, the motivation is going to be it's there, and I'm going to. We're talking close to 80 hot dogs, I think. Wow. And he's amazing. So I can't be lazy. I don't know what he's capable of, but he's going to push it hard, and I'm going in hungry.
This might be a silly question because it's at the arena, and I know you've had eating competition in front of so many people. Does it ever get in your head that there are people watching you eat? Like, does that distract you at all?
So the funny thing is, so when I was younger, I was kind of ashamed, that I'd eat fast and I'd be like worried, self-conscious, and so when my friend signed me up to my first contest, I was like, oh, I don't really want to eat fast in front of people. I thought it'd be weird, but I remember my first time doing a contest, I was like, oh my God, it's crazy. I don't have to hold back, and they're yelling at me to keep eating. And it was like love at first bite, and it's like the perfect scenario for I don't have to hold back or feel ashamed of it. It's beautiful.
So there's going to be Chestnut fans. There's going to be Kobayashi fans. Did they talk smack? Do the fans talk smack to you guys as you're eating ever?
I've had a couple hecklers, and Kobayashi's had some, but usually it's a very positive environment, and where they're just yelling at us to keep going, don't slow down. And so and the energy, it helps. We're pushing through. Your body's telling you one thing, and you know what you're capable of. So you just have to ignore all your feelings and just keep going.
And you are the world
runner,
You are the world record holder. You ate 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes. What is Kobayashi's personal record?
Oh, last time we competed hot dogs, he did 64 and a half. But that year I only did 68. So I'm a believer that he's gotten better over the years, and same as me. And I cannot get complacent because then I'm really slow and lazy.
And we're talking to Joey Chestnut versus Kobayashi, Unfinished Beef, which is going to be on Netflix Monday, September 2nd at noon. I was hoping you could help us for a second. So a member of our show, Sarah, her husband, George, recently competed in a food eating competition and won it in the amateur competition. And now he's hooked. And he recorded a question for you, so I was hoping that you'd be willing to hear his question.
What kind of food was he eating?
It was mini donuts.
Oh, I love mini donuts.
Yes, 5 different kinds.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so George has a question for you. We recorded the question, so we're going to play it for you, and we want to get your response, okay?
Okay, babe, you recently competed in your first eating competition, and you won. So we are talking to the one and only Joey Chestnut. Do you have any questions for him?
Oh, yeah. How do I train to win, but without, working out? I don't want to work out. I just want to, be able to, smash 70 hot dogs and not be, a total fat ass. I don't know. Because I'm not trying to work out.
So you don't want to work out, but you don't want to be super, super big, but you still want to be able to eat all the things and win.
Yeah.
Okay. Joey, is that possible?
Don't tell me I have to work out.
There you go, Joey.
It is kind of possible because you can't, if you have a bad diet, you can't work it off. So I go into a calorie deficit before every contest or every practice. I do a cleanse, make sure I'm absolutely empty. And then afterwards, I go, and it's just a high-fiber green diet. So your body can only absorb so many calories in a short amount of time. So as soon as I can eat, even if I'm not hungry, it's just greens, and then eventually I'll introduce proteins. But I stay away from sugar after events, and then usually I can get back to my normal weight in about 3-4 days. When I was younger, it was faster. But so the most important thing is diet afterwards. Get in that calorie deficit, and then it's almost addicting. Going from these ultra lows to crazy highs, and then also it's like our ancestors. Our ancestors didn't eat 3 meals a day every day. There was points where they started hunting when they were hungry, and it's kind of weird, but it's natural.
And do you have one last word of wisdom for George? Can you just address George and just wish him luck for his future eating endeavors?
Oh, George, dude. Ignore your feelings and stay hungry.
Yeah. Let's go. Joey Chestnut. People can follow you at Joey Chestnut on social media. And we are so excited to tune in live on Netflix Monday, September 2nd at noon. Chestnut versus Kobayashi, Unfinished Beef.
Thank you, Joey.
Hey, thank you. You guys are awesome.
You rock, man. Thanks. Really appreciate it. Take care.
So we've heard from Joey Chestnut. And
Ignore your feelings, George.
Yeah. We know that Sarah's husband has competed in a mini donuts eating competition. So what about you? Have you ever competed in an eating competition? Steve Migs, have you?
Just chicken wings, but it was more about just can you suck down the heat?
Oh, yeah.
206
206-803 Rock. If you have ever competed in an eating competition, we would love to hear from you, and we will take your calls after Nirvana.
The Daily Migs Show.
206-803 Rock. Have you ever thrown down in an eating competition? Give us a call and tell us about it. And big thanks to Joey Chestnut. He joined us just earlier this morning, and we were chatting with him and asked him to give Sarah's husband, George, a little bit of advice now that he wants to be a competitive eater.
And do you have one last word of wisdom for George? Can you just address George and just wish him luck for his future eating endeavors?
Oh, George, dude, ignore your feelings and stay hungry.
Yeah. Let's go. I love that. Ignore your feelings, stay hungry. But I think my favorite part was just there was a moment of childlike enthusiasm when he found out what George competed in. Her husband, George, recently competed in a food eating competition and won it in the amateur competition. And now he's hooked.
What kind of food was he eating?
It was mini donuts.
Oh, I love mini donuts.
Yes, 5 different kinds.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I just
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love mini donuts.
Yes.
206-803 Rock. Brother Joe in Renton, tell us about the competition your fraternity would put on.
Uh-oh.
So as opposed to, hey guys, good morning first off. As opposed to promoting drinking only booze, my fraternity would do a case race, but it was a case of Capri Sun.
Oh. Which
so
flavor?
12 Capri, typically the original flavor, which is that fruit punch style.
Yep.
And there's 12 Capri Suns in a case, and it's not hard to do. What's fun about it and kind of funny to watch is that around your 10th Capri Sun in a row, your body actually rejects the sugar, and it's forced forces you to throw up.
Oh.
Now it might sound bad, but if you've never thrown up something freshly eaten or drank that is sugary and good, it's actually not that bad. It's an enjoyable throw up because it just tastes like cold Capri Sun coming up, and ultimately
we call that bonding.
The goal is to who can handle throwing up and then keep drinking. Out of the 4 years, I did win 2 of the 2 years, and I got down 19. Was my host
19?
But, again, you're violently throwing up at the end.
Oh my God!
Thanks for the fun story, brother Joe. I love it.
Matthew,
that's called fraternity bonding, right
it
there.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Matthew in Clearview, what was your competitive eating competition?
Well, our local town held a blueberry festival, so I won a blueberry pie eating contest.
Is that just a singular pie and it's like a race to finish first, or how did it work?
It's one whole 8-inch pie with no hands, face first into the pie. And what was I? I was 13 or 14, just before my freshman year, and I won it.
How many pies did you
all
crush?
The adults too.
How many pies did you crush?
It was just one pie. Whoever eats one pie the fastest.
That I got you. Yeah, and no hands. That's hard.
No hands. No, it is hard. Your teeth scrape on the bottom of the tin.
That just gave me a
Do you enjoy blueberry pie now?
No, I don't like blueberries at all.
Well, blackberries are better anyway.
Brandon from McCleary, tell us about your competitive eating situation.
So when I was probably about 8 or 9 years old, we were at the roller rink on Thanksgiving Day, and I ended up doing the hokey pokey and landing on the right number, and we had to eat a cherry pie behind our back, or with our hands behind our back. So I ended up not winning. I got second place just because I didn't clean the whole plate. But my mom, she was a great mother and is a great mother. And she ended up pulling $4 or $5 in quarters out of her purse and giving it to me as a consolation prize.
Oh, that is a good mom right there.
You know, these parents with these participation awards, I tell you. Somebody did text in on 7-Eleven Day. We did that extreme gulp Slurpee race. I had 3 brain freezes, but came out victorious. I've not had a brain freeze since. That was 20 years ago. That was one of my scariest moments in radio. I remember I was giving away tickets to a concert, and we were at a Jamba Juice, and we thought it'd be funny. I was like, we'll have a Jamba Juice drinking contest so you could drink them the fastest, and didn't think about brain freezes. Well, kind of thought about them. Didn't realize that if you got an extreme brain freeze, you'll just go down.
No.
And somebody went down. I thought we killed them, and I was like, this contest has to end. This was a terrible idea. And then they came right back up, and they were like, this is awesome. I'm like, oh yeah, it is awesome. Don't sue us.
Rockaholics, our friend Steve Migs over here is still sitting pretty with 69 losses in Beat Migs for the year. His entire year is 231 wins. Very impressive.
Thank
69
you.
losses.
Even more impressive.
38 ties in 2024. 206-803-ROCK is the number to call, and we will play Beat Migs at 7:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
With an American Standard heat pump system, the future of heating and cooling your home is already here. Bringing constant comfort to your home, American Standard heat pumps are energy efficient, reliable, and ready for tomorrow, today. Plus, making the upgrade from your traditional furnace or AC unit is easier than ever before with home energy offers, rebates, and tax credits. Learn more at americanstandardair.com/electrification. American Standard, built to a higher standard.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit fordservice.com for important details and limitations.
It's one thing falling in love with a house, and quite another navigating the world of negotiating, mortgage lenders, and finding the budget that works best for you. Guidance from an agent who's a Realtor can make all the difference, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
From the mind of a 2-foot-tall talking spokes puppet comes this year's biggest challenge. It's time for Bob's Dare to Compare, the hottest game show on TV that asks, what happens when you compare Bob's to the competition? You get style. You get quality. You get beeps and boops and dings and whomps. And thousands of dollars in savings. Everyone's a winner when you dare to compare with Bob's Discount Furniture. Shop in store or at mybobs.com to play now.
The Daly Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa, Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Lance from Graham is. Lance, are you there?
I am here ready to give him loss number 70.
That is what I like to hear, Lance.
That is not the spirit.
Let's make it happen. I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Lance has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
What is the most popular fast food chain in the United States?
McDonald's.
Correct. Scooby-Doo character Fred typically wears what color pants?
Blue.
Correct. What band has the hit songs When I'm Gone and Kryptonite?
Oh, God, is that Third Eye Blind?
No.
Kryptonite. Pass. I'll come back to it.
Which Major League Baseball player holds the record for most MVP awards?
Nolan Ryan.
No.
Randy Johnson.
No.
Repeat it, please.
Which Major League Baseball player holds the record for most MVP awards?
God, I don't know. Pass.
What Monsters Ball actress plays Roxanne in the newly released Netflix movie The Union?
That's Halle Berry.
Correct. Which natural satellite orbits the Earth?
The Hubble spacecraft, or a natural satellite?
Yes.
Moon.
Correct. What is the longest side of a right triangle called?
The hypotenuse.
Correct. What is the term for the process by which the body converts food into energy?
Digestion.
No. Lance, you got 5 correct.
Oh, brutal. That's awful.
I do think Steve's going to struggle on a couple of those. I really do.
Do you?
I do.
Do you think it's going to be close?
I think it's going to be close.
Who do you think is going to win?
It's tough to say, Sarah.
Wow. Okay. If you're not automatically saying Lance, then I think we know what you're thinking.
I'm just saying it's going to be close.
Well, let's see, Steve. Are you ready?
Am I ready?
I did it all for the nookie. Come on, the nookie. Come on. So you can take that cookie and stick it up your
Did you look up Fred Durst isolated vocals?
Yeah.
Did I look it up? It's on one of my playlists, man.
That's your ringtone?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your ringtone.
Just making sure.
I did it all for the nookie. Come on, the nookie. Come on.
If this was your ringtone.
Stick it up your stick it up your stick it up your
Is it your ringtone for your wife?
Wow.
She would never call me if that was my ringtone. She's like, I'm not even going to give you that satisfaction.
Wow. What is the most popular fast food chain in the United States?
McDonald's.
You know it. Scooby-Doo character Fred typically wears what color pants?
Blue.
Yes. What band had the hit songs
That
When
was
I'm Gone
weird that
and
he had
Kryptonite?
teeth but didn't have like lines in them. I always thought that was strange.
He's a cartoon character.
Still, I could make it more realistic. What was the question?
What band has the hit songs When I'm Gone and Kryptonite?
Oh, Three Doors Down.
Yes. Which Major League Baseball player holds the record for most MVP awards?
Oh, my goodness. I don't even know. Barry Bonds?
You do know. Wow.
What?
What Monsters Ball actress plays Roxanne in the newly released Netflix movie The Union?
Oh, great. A good film. Great for Netflix. Halle Berry.
Correct. Which natural satellite orbits the Earth?
The moon?
Yes. What is the longest side of a right triangle called?
The obtuse?
No.
The isosceles?
No.
The hypothesis?
Oh, no. What is the term for the process by which the body converts food into energy?
Digestion?
No.
Energy?
No.
Pumped up. No?
Was pumped up your answer?
I mean, I don't know anything else. No.
No.
Yes, it was.
Wow. That was a close one. But Steve, you got 6 correct, which is a win, barely 6-5.
Oh, boy. Do I need to send back my gold medal now?
Oh, Lance, you have a gold medal?
I do, yes.
Okay, I ask you then, where is it on display at your house?
It is hanging in my office.
That's
I love that. Next time maybe you should put it on, and maybe that would, give you a little
I probably should have. Yeah. Good game, Steve. Love the show, guys.
Thank you, Lance. You rock.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
He really struggled. He could not think of Barry Bonds. I'm so impressed you did.
That was, honestly, I couldn't think of a single baseball player that's ever had an MVP.
Yeah, he's got the most. So the longest side of a right triangle. You were so close.
Hypotenuse?
Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't think of it.
And the term for the process by which the body converts food into energy, I was looking for...
Metabolize.
Metabolize, yes. Wow, good job, Taryn. Steve, you still won, though, so you're still holding on to that 69.
We have partnered up with Mary's Place this year. Once again, I believe the 5th year running now for Kicks for Kids, and any amount will help us out when it comes to putting brand new shoes on local kids in need.
Oh, man, the Rockaholics are stepping up. That's very cool. Stacy and Lyles Larkin just joined the 69 Club together. Nice. Stacy and Lyles, that's awesome. $69 they donated. Another person, anonymous donation of $69. Big shout out to Tracy Boner?
What?
Bonor? Bonor. Tracy Boner, right?
Bonor.
I don't know if she's French. Bonor. Oui, oui. Well, I love that she donated $1.69, which is great with her last name, because she said, I'd like to challenge all Rockaholics. Just donate $1.69. I mean, that's basically just a tip, and who doesn't love the tip?
Oh, my God. I love
That's a solid point.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
Any amount helps, from $1.69 to $100, like David Williford also just donated about an hour ago. Any amount helps. These kids are definitely in need of some brand new shoes to help their self-esteem. And just because they need brand new pairs of shoes, they're living in a shelter with Mary's Place, and it would definitely help out. $50, brand new pair of shoes on a child in need. $100, brand new pair of shoes on a teenager in need. And they get to pick the shoes that they want.
We're trying to help out 400 kids. That means we need to raise $20,000. And you can head to KISW.com for more details. Today, we are celebrating National Radio Day. So what would you consider to be the greatest song about radio?
Limp Bizkit's Nookie.
Find out what topped the list after Ozzy Osbourne.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
Today is a major holiday. It is National Radio Day, and there is a music website.
And National Limp Bizkit Day, baby.
I mean, it's not every day, kind of.
It's Fred Durst's birthday.
Happy birthday, Fred. It is National Radio Day today, and a music website has, of course, put together a playlist of the greatest songs about radio. And we want you to check it out with us. Here is number 5.
There goes the last DJ who plays what he wants to play.
There are times where I think Tom Petty is Bob Dylan.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the little twang to their voices. I mean, I'd much rather listen to Tom Petty than Bob Dylan any day. Sorry, Bob Dylan fans, but...
That is The Last DJ by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Do you feel like, and that one's more about like almost like a knock at like, oh, back in the day, the DJs got to pick the songs that they play. Mm-hmm. That's why it's always funny though when people yell at us for a song. I'm like, what do you want from me? That's always my response. Like, what do you want from me?
I promise you, Tom Sawyer is not my favorite Rush song. Promise.
It's not?
It's not.
You hum it in work every day.
Number 4 on the list of the greatest songs about radio.
Okay, this is already like a very eclectic playlist that we're putting together. Donna Summer, fun fact, I don't know if you know this about her. She was my first girlfriend.
Not Tina Turner?
No, Tina Turner was second.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't even know that.
I'm pretty sure, if I remember so to be correct. Yeah, because we had the Donna Summer record.
Oh, nice.
It was a nice record cover.
Oh, my God.
Sorry. So anytime I hear Donna Summer, it puts a smile on my face.
I bet
I ain't
it
gonna
does.
lie. I'm feeling a good mood right now.
Number 3 on the list of the greatest songs about radio.
Queen. Clap, clap. Do you think these bands are like, let's write a song about radio? Because then radio will play it, man.
The funny part is that I didn't even know this was an actual song until I watched the Queen documentary, and they play it like in their, at the end, and I was like, that's actually a pretty good song.
Yeah. It's where Lady Gaga got her name.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
Is that really?
It's true.
Huh.
Yeah. The greatest songs about radio, song number 2.
Yes. I love old school LL Cool J. My thing is, though, when you really listen, when you pay attention to the lyrics, it sounds like he's really just singing about a boombox, less about like a radio, like radio station. But back in those days, you called it your radio. And remember those big ass boom boxes?
Oh my God, yes.
Well, it's funny because I call my phone a radio now. So,
do you?
Yeah,
It's
walk
true.
around. Have you seen my radio, guys?
Guys, my girlfriend's calling me on my radio. Hold on.
You hold it on your shoulder like this and walk down the street.
I used to love when in Brooklyn it was everywhere. I don't know how it was around here, but back in those days, people were walking the streets with just a giant ass boombox on their shoulder on the beaches, and it was just like it was always like radio wars.
Oh, yeah.
Because like, what are you playing? Will it go louder than the other person?
The song that came in at number 1 on the list of the greatest songs about radio.
Of course. I mean, this is like the no-brainer.
The Buggles.
I have a weird story about this song that just happened to me
Oh boy.
last week. So I feel like I'm at war with the baristas at times.
Not again.
I pull up to a stand. I'm not trying to start these things. You are. I'm not. I'm just waiting, and the dude, he's like probably like 19. He's like, hey, man, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, so you go, what do you got going on for the rest of the day? I'm like, I'm just heading home, done for the day. He's like, oh, you're done for work? I'm like, yeah, I'm already done with work. It's like, noon. He's like, well, what do you do for a living? I go, I work on the radio. Huh? It's still radio, huh? And I'm like, yes, it's still radio. Is it cool? Like, do you guys do cool stuff? I'm like, well, yeah, hell yeah, of course. That's all we do is cool stuff.
Limp Bizkit.
And then he turns to the other and goes, he works on the radio, to like one of his coworkers. I'm like, this is getting really awkward. I should have just said I work at like a bar or something, And as I'm driving away, I S you not, he starts singing, video kill the radio star. And I almost wanted to hit the brakes in reverse, but I didn't want to back up into another car and be like, are you taking a shot? I tell you that we're dead.
You want to go?
Right?
You want to step to this?
Would you like to step outside?
Well,
are you happy with that list?
Not at all.
Why?
Because they missed the greatest Rush song about radio. It's the spirit of radio.
This is the greatest song about radio?
You're not feeling this one?
It's literally singing all about radio.
So
Sarah.
are the other 5 songs that we just played.
I don't think I've heard another Rush song besides the one we always play.
And it kind of sounds just like the same.
Oh my gosh. You guys get out of here.
I thought it was Tom Sawyer. Like, you started playing that, and I was like, wow, Taryn has no taste.
This must just be the extended cut.
I've been in a really good mood all day up until now.
I think number 1, and I feel like they intentionally wrote this song so they could get played on the radio, and it's this one. The radio. It's an autograph.
It's actually funny that I became like a radio person because all of my bands back in the day used to just write songs about how the radio was terrible. Do you guys, the band The Ataris, they had the song called The Radio Still Sucks. MXPX had a song about turn off the radio.
Yeah.
So edgy.
That's so edgy.
And then you can't forget this one, though. Someone just texted it in. Wall of Voodoo?
Is this Primus?
No.
Dude, he does have kind of a Les Claypool voice.
Yeah.
I don't love this at all.
Oh, this is such a great song.
Oh, wait.
Sarah.
Just wait for the chorus. I
Does
promise
his
you.
voice change?
Yeah.
Understand
Just what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican, whoa, radio.
What is a Mexican radio? It's so great. great.
I like it because that's where I got my start on the Mexican radio. WKMA, 360, El Hora de Rock and Roll.
What was your name?
Senor Steve.
That's so good. Oh, boy. Well, the Sounders played in the quarterfinal for the Leagues Cup on Saturday, and they lost. And their fans are not too happy. That includes Danny V. So we will go straight to the comments at 8:20.
I'm on a Mexican radio.
The Daily Migs Show.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
You don't just live in your home. You live in your neighborhood as well. So when you're shopping for a home, you want to know as much about the area around it as possible. Luckily, Homes.com has got you covered. Each listing features a comprehensive neighborhood guide from local experts. Everything you'd ever want to know about a neighborhood, including the number of homes for sale, transportation, local amenities, cultural attractions, unique qualities, and even things like median lot size and a noise score. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck, and what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
The Sounders played in the quarterfinal against LAFC for the Leagues Cup on Saturday, and they lost.
And so
score was 3-0.
The Leagues Cup is not, MLS Cup is the big hurrah. Like, that's what you're playing for. But the Leagues Cup happens during the season.
Apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of random tournaments that the Sounders kind of go through because of MLS, and it's like, what are we doing, guys? It's the middle of the season. Yeah, exactly.
Let's not forget the friendlies as well that happened during the middle of the season.
Well, to that point, some fans don't think it mattered because it's just a random tournament in the middle of the season, but others are very angry with the team. So, of course, we have to go straight to the comments.
Yep, we found some of those posts. We sent them to Jason, our production director, a.k.a. Veggie Dog, a.k.a. VD, and said, hey, find some of your favorite comments, reenact them however you want, just to illustrate how crazy people get on social media, especially when it comes to sports.
Mm-hmm.
All right, are you ready for your first comment? I want to see if Danny jives with any of these, because he's our resident Sounders fan.
What the was that? SMH. What the was that? SMH.
That was Danny.
That was me.
Yeah. You like to sing. Sounders fans like to sing.
Especially because all of a sudden, yeah, that's true. All of a sudden, we beat LAFC not even 3 games ago in this tournament. And then they come here and they completely just dominate us.
And so we're out of that tournament.
Yeah, we're out of the Leagues Cup.
Did we get almost a little bit of a bonus to that? Okay, we don't have to play as many games, so we can focus a little bit on staying
healthy
for the MLS games, or does that not even matter?
I mean, you can. They go both ways. Some people want them to win more cups. Other people want them to just do well at the end of the season. So
yeah, I think all these are dumb, unless they win them, and then that's the best tournament of all time.
Exactly.
Was it the CONCACAF? We're like, yeah, guys, we're the best.
Yeah.
I was feeling kind of bad that I didn't make it to the game, but now I'm relieved. Money well saved. Thanks, Sounders. Continue to suck. Okay.
Was that Peter Griffin, Patrick Mahomes, or Kermit the Frog that were?
Yes.
They're all part of the sound. Probably Kermit, because Emerald Blue Forever Green, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Nailed it.
Yeah, EBFG. You know what that stands for, Sarah?
BBFD?
EBFG.
EBFG?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't. Oh, no. Is this...
It's about the Republican Party.
Yeah.
Shut the front door. I was about to swear.
I literally said what it stood for.
EBFD?
EBFG.
Oh, my God.
Emerald Blue.
Emerald Blue?
No. Eternal Blue.
Eternal.
Oh, yeah. Suck it, Steve.
Yeah, you're right.
Is it
My
emerald
bad.
green?
No.
It's Eternal Blue, Forever
Wow.
Green.
Yes.
I know, but like in life, is it emeralds are green, aren't they?
Yeah, you're right.
Who are the dummies now?
Two members of the show whose names start with the letter S.
Get it together, Sounders!
That was Danny.
Yeah. Very easy.
How are they doing right now in the MLS?
I mean, they kind of had a resurgence toward the middle of the season, but I mean, I honestly don't even know what the standings are. We haven't played a regular MLS game since June, or maybe July, but it's like, what is happening, guys?
How many tournaments do we need during regular season?
That's someone who's had a couple too many drinks at a Sounders match. And we have one more comment about the Sounders. Emerald Blue? No, kidding.
Ever since the Sounders were forced to go to Apple TV, they have just sucked. I blame Apple TV.
That's the reason. That makes sense.
The creepy guy's right.
Rockaholics, we have partnered up with Mary's Place once again, and we are putting brand new shoes on local kids in need as they gear up to go back to school. It is called Kicks for Kids, and any dollar amount will help. Steve Migs, how are we doing in our donations?
Big shout out just a few minutes ago. Jesse James donated $25, helping us get closer and closer to our goal of $20,000 raised, which we are far away from. But you know what? The Rockaholics always step it up, and this is the week to make it happen. So if you were thinking about donating a couple of dollars, like we said, it could be $5, it could be $500. Whatever you can afford would be greatly appreciated for the kids.
Hitting that goal of 20,000 means we will help out 400 kids through Mary's Place shelters, and you can make a donation at KISW.com. Now, even though they just put out a new record for the first time in years, they are now releasing a sequel to that record, and Danny V is going to be stoked. We're going to tell you what's trending after Breaking Benjamin.
The Daily Migs Show.
Rockaholics, as you are gearing up for the day and trying to make sense of all that is happening in the world of pop culture, we are here to help you out and tell you, outside of Fred Durst's birthday, what is trending.
What's trending on the Daily Migs Show? What's trending? Let's go. Let's go.
Well, apparently Danny has already had this on his radar, but Blink-182 announced a sequel album titled One More Time Part 2, and this will feature 8 new songs.
I do love, like, while we were listening to Breaking Benjamin Day, like, yeah, I already know what you're about to talk about.
Cool story, Taryn.
Well, yeah, because, you know, I mean, I'm sure Travis Barker sends him a text and tells him what's going on.
It's Tom DeLonge.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Also, I already pre-ordered the album, so you know it's pretty great.
So he already knows then that the album will be released on September 6th, and the lead single is called All in My Head. That will drop this Friday, and we do have a sample of the song.
You'll be at my show, watching, waiting.
That sounds a lot like you, Danny.
Saying it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights on, turn it on.
That is a real toe tapper.
All right, here's the real one.
The deluxe edition of the album will include a 2 LP set with 27 tracks, and that combines all of 2023's One More Time with these new songs. And I love the album cover because it features childhood photos of the band members, Mark, Tom, and Travis.
Do you like that song?
Oh, it's fantastic.
I think it sounds great.
Yeah. I can't wait for it to see what else they recorded.
Well, I love their last record, so give us more.
Yes.
Last night they gave us more and more and more. I think the Democratic National Convention is still going on, the DNC, but it felt more like the WWE. People were cutting promos. Crowd was chanting USA. There were retirement speeches. There were crowds chanting pretty much anything that was said up there, and they were turning it into a chant. I mean, minus the lack of spandex, baby oil, and, well, pretend fighting. Although some would say politics is a lot of that as well. I felt like I was watching Monday Night Raw, but the highlight had nothing to do with what happened last night. It had to do with what happened this morning, as our friend Sarah over here discovered that DNC stood for Democratic National Convention, and she was today years old, literally today years old. Also found out that RNC stood for Republican National Convention. But then the best part was we had to ask her one more question about another 3-letter thing that has to do with politics. I'm going to put you on the spot. It's another 3 letters. Can you tell us what these 3 letters stand for?
Okay.
GOP.
Government. No? Wait, whoa.
GOP.
GOP?
Yeah, you know me.
You're really flustering her right now. I don't know if you can.
All right, how about we give you the first 2 words?
Okay.
Grand old P.
What? President? Grand old.
It's not a Cardi B song, so don't go with that word.
Grand old.
Miley Cyrus had one in the USA.
Party! It stands for Grand Old Party?
Grand Old Party.
Is that like a...
It's another term for Republican Party.
No way, really?
I wouldn't lie to you.
They're called a Grand Old Party?
How are you learning this in 2024?
This is adorable.
Are you almost 40?
A Grand Old Party?
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds so fun. I want to be part of the GOP.
It's at this moment that Sarah became a Republican because it just sounds like fun.
I apologize to everyone listening, especially if my husband's listening, because he's going to kill me.
Can you please play that for your husband so we can get his reaction?
Oh, I've already sent it to him. We're good.
Did you really?
Please record his reaction. I want to know what George has to say about that.
You know what I want to see? I just want to see Sarah's Google search history sometimes because I feel like she asks a lot of questions.
It's literally the most simple things, you guys.
Like how to spell towns in Washington.
Yes. What's DNC?
It made my morning, that moment.
I love you, Sarah.
Never change.
I also love those brave enough to try to beat Migs, especially because we have still not knocked you off of your 69 losses yet.
I refuse to lose because of the 69 losses. We're going to just keep it there for the rest of the year.
231 wins, 69 losses, and 38 ties in 2024. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 8:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house and owning it. Having an advocate who can help you navigate negotiations, timelines, inspections, and more can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house and owning it. Having an advocate who can help you navigate negotiations, timelines, inspections, and more can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
This is NSSF, the Firearm Industry Trade Association. It's Gun Storage Check Week and National Suicide Prevention Month. Securely storing firearms can help prevent suicide. Use lockboxes, safes, and locks to deter unwanted access. Learn more at gunstoragecheck.org and enter to win a gun safe. That's gunstoragecheck.org. If you or someone you know is struggling, call 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
From fields to forests, warehouse to worksite, and shipping to storage, Pape delivers premier capital equipment solutions that keep the supply chain of the West moving. Pape keeps you moving.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Jimmy from Edmonds is. Jimmy, are you there?
I'm here.
I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Jimmy has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Fred Durst is the lead singer of what band?
Limp Bizkit.
Yes. What jersey did Michael Jordan wear for the majority of his basketball career?
23.
Correct. Which chemical element is also known as quicksilver?
As what?
Which chemical element is also known as quicksilver?
Hydrogen.
No.
Pass.
What is the national flower of the United States?
National what?
Flower.
Hibiscus.
No.
Rose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boy Meets World actress Danielle Fishel was recently diagnosed with what cancer?
Pass.
How many inches are in 6 feet?
70. 72.
No, 72, yes. What type of cell is responsible for carrying electrical impulses in the nervous system?
Pass.
Which American president is in the Wrestling Hall of Fame?
Abraham Lincoln.
Correct. What is the tennis term for a serve that the opponent cannot reach or touch?
Pass.
Jimmy, you got 5 correct. All right, right down the middle.
I always want to believe in the rockaholic.
Yes.
Jimmy, I'm holding out hope. Maybe Steve will get distracted by something.
Oh, well, I mean, you could distract him if you want.
Distract him.
Wait, sorry, how are you going to distract him? Yeah. You could just, whoa. You could just, I don't know, sing sweet lyrics of Limp Bizkit.
That's the move.
To him.
Serenade me with the biscuit?
Yeah, serenade him with the biscuit, Taryn.
Wait, ready?
Yeah, put your finger on the dump button.
Oh.
And for those wondering, Limp Bizkit's playing tonight at White River Amphitheater. A few people are hoping to run into us there. We will be hanging out at the Bear House. Just got to cross the Matthews Bridge for those Limp Bizkit fans. But there's a bridge at White River, like a little walking bridge. That little concessionary called the Bear House will be there at around 8 o'clock tonight, just hanging with our fellow Biscuit fans.
Yeah, just find 4 dorks wearing hot dog shirts.
We're calling these Limp Glizzies.
We're in limp Glizzy shirts, and it's a hot dog dabbing.
Yes.
That's us.
Fashion is our passion.
Steve, are you ready?
Yeah! This time I'ma let it all come out. This time I'ma stand up and shout. I'ma do things my way. It's my way or the highway.
Woo! Okay, wow, am I ready? Fred Durst is the lead singer. You'll never know this one, Steve. Is the lead singer of what band?
Oh, System of a Down.
No.
Rage Against the Machine?
Oh, no.
Limp Bizkit.
Well, how'd you know that? Yeah. What jersey number did Michael Jordan wear for the majority of his basketball career?
That would be number 23.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which chemical element is also known as quicksilver?
Silver?
No.
Titanium?
No.
Aluminum?
No. What is the national flower of the United States?
Would that be the daisy?
No, it would not be.
Would it be the rose?
It would be.
Yeah!
Boy Meets World actress Danielle Fishel has recently been diagnosed with what cancer?
Oh, man, I saw that. It's real heartbreaking. But I think she found out early. Breast cancer.
Correct. How many inches are in 6 feet?
72?
What? Yes.
Yeah!
What type of cell is responsible for carrying electrical impulses in the nervous system?
Is that the neurons?
What in the... Yes. Which American president is in the Wrestling Hall of Fame?
Okay, so, wait. Trump's in the WWE Hall of Fame, but Abraham Lincoln's in the Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Oh, my God. Were you really just going to get nerdy with me on that question?
I kind of was, yeah.
Well, technically...
Yeah. I was going to wrestle-splain you.
You sure were. Well, it doesn't matter because, Steve, you got 7 correct, which is a win 7-5.
Woo!
You got the math question?
I think he's getting better at math. I don't know what's happening.
You got the math question and the science question?
You don't understand. First of all, shout out to Brett from Elite Mentality. Ever since we had a sports psychologist on to help me get through all this, I feel like I'm in the zone. But more importantly, I refuse to lose because I do not want to give up on 69 losses.
I mean,
I'm focused.
You knew what a neuron was. I'm so impressed. Yeah! That drop. You guys both didn't know which chemical element is also known as quicksilver.
No clue.
Danny?
Mercury.
What in the world? Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. You too. And then one you didn't get to. What is the tennis term for a serve that the opponent cannot touch?
They can't touch it?
Can't
touch this. I have no... Love?
Hammer time.
Ace.
Oh.
They can't touch it? It would be called an ace. Well, somehow you still won. Congrats, Steve.
We have partnered up with Mary's Place once again to put brand new shoes on local kids in need as they go back to school. Kicks for Kids is on, and we have a goal of $20,000. Steve Migs, I know we got work to do.
We have work to do, and this is the week. This is where we're going to, at the end of this week is Kicks for Kids Day. So we want to get that going. We want to hit it. We want to crush it. That would be awesome to help out so many kids in need. And thanks to people like David Williford, who donated $100, and that was pretty damn awesome of him. The Rockaholic by the name of Timothy Johnson also donated $100, and Chris Alvarez $100 as well. You don't have to donate $100. That would be awesome if you do. $500 would be even more awesome. But you could donate $5, $10, $50, whatever you can afford.
It will all add up, and it will all help out kids through Mary's Place shelters. Head to KISW.com to make your contribution. Rockaholics, we do this from time to time. We have a very simple question for you, and we just ask that you have had at least one tattoo. 206-803-ROCK, and we promise you it is a simple question. Call us up now, 206-803-ROCK. We will take those calls after AWOL Nation.
The Daily Migs Show.
In a recent interview, Jelly Roll shared that the song The Rose by Bette Midler was the inspiration behind his first tattoo.
Huh.
Yeah, and it was apparently a tribute to his mom.
My mother would play this, and keep in mind she was a really dark woman at the time. She would say, play this at my funeral. I still get emotional listening to it. And she would smoke these cigarettes, and she would just be like, just remember to play this when I die. So the first tattoo I ever got was a rose on my back with her name. That's coming from a woman who didn't think she was going to live. And I know how that feels. I know how it feels to think you're not going to live.
My gosh.
I say love, it is a flower.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know if I could do this.
Also, I don't know if I didn't know that me and Jelly Roll shared the same mom. My mom says the exact same thing.
About this song?
About this song. She's like, play this at my funeral.
Oh,
I just want to hear it all the time. She's done that since I was like 10, though, so.
I don't think I'd want this playing at my funeral. That's a whole other question, though.
Do you want break stuff?
Break stuff? Absolutely. Who let the dogs out? Make it a little bit, the train by the Quad City DJs. Anything,
oh, yes.
Anything but that.
Well, because of Jelly Roll sharing that the song The Rose was the inspiration behind his first tattoo, it led us to want to ask our Rockaholics a simple question.
This is what Steve wants played.
Oh, yes. Then come up to my casket and ask me a question.
We're going to start with Alan in Seattle. Alan, what was your first tattoo?
It was a banner with a couple swallows holding it. It says "Mother" on the back, or on my back.
Awesome. Tribute to mom?
Yeah, tribute to mom. She raised me by herself her whole life, and my whole life, obviously. So had to figured that was the most meaningful one I could get, and now over half my body's covered. So.
Nice. Shout out, Mom.
I love your question, Steve. It's tribute to Mom? Nah, it's tribute to my dad. Well, maybe it's a tribute to Danzig, the song. You just never know. I knew the answer. I figured it would steer him in a direction of talking about Mom then, Danny.
Derek from Seattle, what was your first tattoo?
No, why would you ask such a crazy question? It's not a tribute to my mom. It's a tribute to Vanilla Ice. Word to your mother.
Yeah. Derek, what was your first tattoo?
My first tattoo is a Confederate flag coming out of my arm.
Is it a tribute to your mom?
Gene from Kent, what was your first tattoo?
Oh, man, I wish mine actually meant something. I got the quintessential tribal dragon on my back.
Yes. What year was that, Gene?
Early 2000s. I was like 19 years old back in the old rave days. And The design literally came off of one of those old, like, rayon shirts that you used to wear to the parties.
How old were you when you got it?
20. Something like that.
Would you cover it up, or you just like you love the fact that you have it because there's a story behind it?
Luckily, it's on my back, so I don't see it very often. Only when I'm like at it, I see myself with my shirt off in a mirror. I'm like, oh yeah, I got a tattoo. That's cool. That's a dragon.
Drugs are crazy, man. Back in the rave days.
Steve from Kirkland, what was your first tattoo?
Hey, good morning. I have something for you, Taryn.
What? Yeah!
What in the world?
Those sound like baby goats.
Yeah, that's an emergency goat button I have. I just thought you might enjoy that.
I did. Thank you so much.
Make you miss your babies. My first tattoo was actually I got two at the same time for a joint. This guy gave me a three-headed dragon coming out of a tie stick and my Harley wings.
A tie stick?
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you play the goat sound again, please?
TJ from Tumwater, what was your first tattoo?
My first tattoo was a Japanese symbol meaning harmony, and come to figure out years later, it translates to togetherness, not harmony.
Oh, no.
I mean, pretty close.
At least it wasn't something like, embarrassing, like a term that's not good.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like on all the funny movies.
Absolutely.
Jacob and Puyallup, what was your first tattoo?
I actually gave it to myself, and it was my ex-wife's initials.
No.
How did you do that?
I was maybe 16, 17, and I actually jailhouse style, safety pin and ink pen, and I'm glad it only lasted about 5 years.
Oh, so eventually it faded out.
Yes, because I didn't definitely go deep enough because I didn't have a tattoo gun.
How long did it take you to do it?
Half hour, 45 minutes.
So at any point were you thinking, this is not a good idea?
We were together for like 18 years, but I'm glad it only lasted about 5.
Fair. That's awesome, Jacob.
Craig from Tenino, what was your first tattoo?
I got an armband of barbed wire piercing in and out of my skin.
Oh, like Pam Anderson.
What?
She had a barbed wire tattoo.
How do you know that?
How do you not?
Sarah, did you?
Where is it?
It's on her arm.
Did you know that, Taryn?
Oh, yeah.
Sarah?
No.
Okay.
It's not like she's got like a bunch of tattoos. She's got maybe
Wow.
Pam Anderson was kind of a lost woman back when I was growing up, so we knew exactly how she looked from head to toe.
Well, maybe Danny just wasn't looking at her arms.
No, I mean, who does when you look at her, really? But
Well,
I still don't even really see. Oh.
It's barbed wire around her arm, right?
Yeah. I wish it was somewhere else.
Like downstairs?
Yeah, like
Like keep out?
a sexy tramp stamp or something.
Oh, that side. I thought the other side. I was like, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Someone said my first tattoo, men's room logo on my arm.
What?
Nice.
Okay, well, somebody needs to get a Daily Migs show tattoo for their first tattoo.
That'd be amazing.
It's going to be Sarah.
Oh my!
And I'm going to give it to her.
Tonight at Limp Bizkit. I'll bring a safety pin.
All this week, we are giving away Metallica tickets. And if you want to win them, it's very easy. All you have to do is be able to name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus. That's easy, right, Steve?
Then Metallica tickets are yours.
Yep. Those tickets are happening on September 1st at Lumen Field, 206-803 Rock. We'll play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
From the mind of a 2-foot-tall talking spokes puppet comes this year's biggest challenge. It's time for Bob's Dare to Compare, the hottest game show on TV that asks, what happens when you compare Bob's to the competition? You get style. You get quality. You get beeps and boops and dings and whomps. And thousands of dollars in savings. Everyone's a winner when you dare to compare with Bob's Discount Furniture. Shop in store or at mybobs.com to play now.
Meet the Bed by Thuma, the perfect platform bed frame. Thoughtfully handcrafted from upcycled wood, the bed is strong, backed by a lifetime warranty, and ships directly to your door. Assembly takes 5 minutes, no tools needed. To get $25 towards the bed, go to thuma.co. That's THUMA.co to receive $25 off your purchase of the bed. Shop the bed at thuma.co.
The Daily Migs Show presents the Extreme Music Showdown. Let's play Hook or Shook. Please sign this waiver before we continue. Thank you. We'll drop a 1-second snippet of the hook of a song. If you can't name the song, watch out. You're gonna get shook.
It is time to play Hook or Shook. Danny will play 1 second of a hook from a song that he picked, and you have to guess what it is. This week, we are playing for tickets to see Metallica at Lumen Field on Sunday, September 1st. Steve Migs, tell the people where the seats are.
They are on the floor.
That is right.
And I forgot that they are playing in the round. So I don't know if you run around the stage like in a circle or anything crazy like that, but still, you're on the floor. You're going to be really close to James Hetfield and the boys.
And playing for those tickets this morning is Skylar in Everett. Good morning, Skylar.
Good morning. How we doing?
We're doing great, man.
We'll be doing better when we win you these Metallica tickets.
Love to hear it.
That's right. So you got to get both songs right to win them. The first one, you will be on your own, kind of. And the second one, this is where you can get shook because a member of this show at random has to get it right for you. If not, you lose, and caller 9 will get those tickets instead. Let's see who you're playing with, me, Migs, or Sarah.
All right. The wheel's spinning. Just past Sarah's name. I believe it might be me again. Ooh. Yes, it's the 2 S's, Skylar and Steve. Let's do it.
All right, Skylar, here is your first clip.
Oh, man. One more time, for sure.
I can help you if you need some help.
Let's get some help on that.
Okay, they are playing tonight at White River Amphitheater, and their lead singer's name is Fred Durst.
Can I hear it one more time?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Do you need another hint?
I need another hint.
Okay. He likes to wear a red baseball cap in the band. And I guess, if you reverse the name, it would be like a stiff pastry.
Can I give a clue to the band name?
Please. I don't know. I think I might have run out of ones for you, Skylar. I'm sorry.
The band name is The band name is 2 words. The second word is something you would maybe order at breakfast with gravy.
It's not a chicken fried steak, I'll tell you that.
Although I would listen to that band, chicken fried steak. Okay. Rhymes with Wimp Schmishkit.
Okay, all right.
What do you think it is?
The band. I don't know the song name.
Well, what's the band name?
Limp Bizkit.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, we got that. Okay.
Wow.
And the song name rhymes with cookie.
And it's another name for making love.
Making love.
Man, we have lost all integrity.
We have.
What do you think, Skylar? Oh, man. I'm sorry, dude. We tried. We did everything we could.
Sorry, Skylar.
But you know what? I could go to bed tonight knowing that I tried my hardest.
You did.
You really did.
Yeah.
What is the song?
It's Nookie.
Caller 9.
Well, only because I can only do this for the second song today.
Funsies. Let's do it.
You ready, Steve?
Is it this one?
I did it all for the cookie.
Yeah, that's it.
The cookie. The cookie.
No, here we go. Ready?
About my
Oh.
My generation.
There we go.
Ooh.
I like that.
And my generation.
I got to imagine they're playing that tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we can check in with Sarah. She's been listening to Limp Bizkit's greatest hits all week long.
I may have screenshotted what they played a few days ago, so I've been, going down that. And my generation is indeed on that.
Tonight is like Christmas for all of us. We're all going to be there. Look for the 4 idiots wearing hot dog T-shirts where the hot dogs are dabbing. And you'll also be able to spot us. We're going to be hanging out at the Bear House, which is like a concession area at the White River Amphitheater at around 8 o'clock. So if you want to come hang out with us and say hi before Limp Bizkit takes the stage, we'd be more than happy to hang out with all of y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if we've talked about something this morning that you want to talk about, call us up now, 206-803-ROCK. We will check in with the Rockaholics after Beastie Boys.
The Daily Migs Show.
All morning, we have received text messages and phone calls from you that we have not yet had a chance to chat about. But the time has come. We are checking in with the Rockaholics, so call us up if there's something you'd like to chime in on from this morning's show, or if you've got anything on your mind that you'd like to discuss. 206-803-ROCK.
A text message that says, hey guys, my wife and I are excited to see Limp Bizkit for the first time tonight. Hope to see you there. Love you guys. Love the show. Shane and Chehalis. And Shane, if you want to find us, we'll be wearing these silly hot dog T-shirts, all 4 of us, and we'll be at the Bear House, which is a concession stand, 8 o'clock. You can find us at White River Amphitheater before Limp Bizkit takes the stage.
206-803-ROCK. We have April from Des Moines on the phone.
And April was at Base Canyon with all the craziness that happened on Saturday night. So we wanted to check in. April, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm great now that I'm home and I've had a good shower and slept in my bed.
So can you give us a little bit of a scoop of what happened? So you were on not only were you at the Base Canyon, which is a massive, electronic music festival that happened all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but you were also staying on the campgrounds when that massive storm hit. And can you paint a picture for us of what it was like there?
Yeah, absolutely. So we were at Main Stage. We had just gotten into the festival. We're camping in Gold, so we're right outside the amphitheater. And the storm came in, and so about halfway through his set, he stopped the music, and he was like, hey, guys, you know the drill. There's lightning in the area. We have to evacuate. So the whole crowd started booing, and they were upset. But we all, evacuated. And right when we got back to camp, the biggest raindrops started to come in. You could feel the wind start to pick up. And it was within, 10 to 15 minutes, canopies started to fly. We got back to camp and had to hold things down. Anything, food or anything that was really light just started flying everywhere. And so we're like, well, I guess we'll probably be at camp for a while. So we started music at camp and started partying there, waiting for them to give us the okay to go in.
So you gotta love the rave world. They're just like, screw it. This feels good on my skin, these raindrops. Let's play some music. This will be awesome.
I mean, we were all feeling, pretty good at that point for various reasons. So we're not just going to sit there and wait.
Well, anybody, like you said, I mean, I totally get what you're saying, feeling good. But I'd imagine there's some people maybe that were kind of freaking out because of that too, for similar reasons.
There were, people in camp that hid in their tents, and we had some friends too that, were asking questions because they were from New York. This was their first time camping in a huge storm like that. We had to just kind of let them know, we have really good stakes in our canopies and it'll be fine. And they did end up opening the venue, I think within an hour of letting us out, but you could still see so much lightning and you could see something worse was coming. And so our group decided to stay behind and not go back in, which was great because when it really hit, it was insanity in the campground. We were out trying to restake everything with more stakes. And some of us were walking back to get our friends. And all of a sudden the wind picked up so much that it ripped canopies out of the ground and they were just flying all over camp.
And nobody got hurt in your group? Everybody was relatively unscathed?
Everyone was relatively unscathed. It took us, I think there was 20 minutes of wind that we all had to hold down some tents and grab some air mattresses and scream at each other because we couldn't hear each other over the noise. But wow. It was something else. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
But Sunday went off as planned and you guys had a great closing to Base Canyon, yes?
We did. It was a wonderful time. Wonderful time.
I got in a weird way probably brought a lot of people together on Sunday where you're all just looking at each other like, hey, we survived that. This is going to be a fun day.
It was. We were like, we got one last day. Let's do it right.
Well, thanks for giving us your complete perspective on how that was over there. Because we had wild storms here, but Eastern Washington looked way crazier. So thanks for calling.
Yeah, we're glad you're okay and all your friends are okay, too.
Thank you so much. No problem at all.
Rob from Bellevue, you want to tell us about a YouTube cover that we need to know about?
Yeah, good morning, guys.
What's up?
So I was cruising Instagram and whatnot, and you go through the reels, and there's this guy called White Boy Rick. He has a YouTube channel, and he does a bunch of cover mashup style songs, and the request that he got was if Disturbed did It Wasn't Me by Shaggy, and he did it to the tune of Stupefy, and I'm impressed. It sounds pretty damn good.
That's terrible.
So Danny, you can, yeah.
Does it have bad words?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, we'll check it out. I think what makes it better, he looks like a math teacher, this dude.
He does. He looks like he's doing my taxes later. Oh, that's
the beauty
beautiful.
Of it. I got to say, that's the one thing about technology I do love is that anyone can pretty much make a pretty cool sounding recording in the comfort of their own bedroom.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What do they call that guy?
He's White Boy Rick.
White Boy Rick. Shout out to White Boy Rick.
Mac Glocky. You can find him.
Of course.
Mac Glocky on YouTube. I think he's the guy that does a lot of Deftone stuff, too. He's pretty awesome.
Sure.
Yeah.
Rockaholics, an NFL player just did the unthinkable. And no, not on the football field, but on a plane. You're going to find out what he did at 9:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Former NFL player Gosder Shirelis is facing federal charges for doing the unthinkable. Now, what did he do? Here's CBS News Boston reporting on it.
Former NFL lineman and Boston College football star Gosder Shirelis faced a judge Monday after a weekend flight to Dublin went horribly wrong. According to a police report, Shirelis appeared intoxicated when he arrived at Logan Airport.
No, just to let Danny and Sarah know, we're about to go on an adventure. So strap in, because this adventure is one of a kind.
Before the Dublin-bound flight took off, he allegedly argued with another passenger over seating arrangements. Then, about an hour in, he allegedly walked up to an elderly woman, exposed himself, and, quote, emptied his entire bladder for approximately 20 seconds.
Gross. Oh, my God. And again, this is a former pro football player, so this isn't, I mean, not that it would matter, but it's an imposing sized person that's just, well...
He allegedly walked up to an elderly woman, exposed himself, and, quote, emptied his entire bladder for approximately 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Court documents say the entire flight was in complete shock and passengers feared for their safety.
Is anyone looking at somebody like, is anyone going to stop him? Is anyone going to stop him?
That's what I'm wondering. How did we let this go on for 20 seconds?
Were you going to stop him?
I mean, maybe push him out of the way or something.
You going to try and tackle him?
I don't know. Probably not. I'll let somebody else do it.
Thanks, Steve. Go do this for us, please.
The flight crew attempted to stop Shirelis, to which he...
Because then you're trying to wrangle the guy down, and he's probably still midstream. Oh. Gosh, this is the worst flight of all time.
The flight crew attempted to stop Shirelis, to which he became unruly and aggressive. And on his way back to his seat, the former lineman allegedly struck another elderly man with his right hand.
Why does he hate old people? Right? He played with Tom Brady at one point. Cha-cha-cha.
The incident caused that flight to have to return to Boston, and then they arrested him in Massachusetts.
If you're his family or one of his friends, what's the next comment? So, was it Gosder? Gosder. What was going on, man? Why do you think that was alcohol? Also, some people are saying concussions.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Not that makes it right, but I mean, how are you even in the state of mind where you think, yeah, you know what, I'm going to relieve my bladder and this poor old woman's got to deal with it.
Also, shout out to flight attendants that have to put up with normal people on flights, and then extra shout out to the ones that end up having to put up with people like this.
Wow. What do you do for the old lady?
I know. I was going to say, like, you got to find her and apologize, don't you think?
I would hope so.
Oh, I was thinking she's got to get like a free flight. I know it's not their fault, but I mean...
Oh, yeah. I mean,
but on the flip side, like, nobody stopped this dude. Like, you kind of, like, if I'm the old woman, like, what? I'm a little pissed. I don't mean it that way, but, I am. Like, that's kind of messed up.
Totally.
I should feel safe on an airplane without, like, having some guy using me as a bathroom.
Well, and also, if he's like an ex-NFL player, he might have some cash. So make it rain on her.
Lawyer up, girl.
Make it
Lawyer up.
rain. Yeah.
Who here does not love ravioli?
They're the best.
I do love a ravioli.
I kind of want to make my own.
Okay. Bring it in here. We'll
need-
do a taste test.
Do I need, like, a pasta maker to do that?
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Well, if you're going from like pasta from scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be awesome.
Well,
very time consuming, so I'll probably never do it.
But it's the thought that counts.
Yes.
There's one woman who loved ravioli so much that it led to her being arrested. We're going to tell you all about it during the Daily Migs download after Scorpions.
The Daily Mix Show. Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes, and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs download.
A.K.A. the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law. And before we get to anything, the top story of today has to be happy birthday to the man, the myth, the legend.
All right, partner. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
That's right, the big 5-4 for Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit, and we're celebrating his birthday tonight at the White River Amphitheater. All 4 members of the Daily Mix Show will be there wearing our hot dog t-shirts, getting down and nostalgic for Limp Bizkit. It's going to be a party. And if you want to find us, you just got to back up to the Bear House.
8 o'clock?
8 o'clock, we'll be hanging out. It's like the concession area. You cross that little bridge. It's right there. We'll be hanging, drinking, and partying with everybody. So if you want to come say hi to us and have a good time, we'd really appreciate
Absolutely.
it. But the big story today, it's about raviolis. Because a woman is facing charges because, well, she had a little bit of a problem with her sister. 21-year-old woman angry at her sister because her sister would not share raviolis with her after she brought it home for dinner. I guess the anger turned into a big issue where one sister threw a plate of raviolis at the other sister, which is a battery charge according to police officers, because it is. And yeah, she was arrested. Spent a night in jail before being released, and the judge ordered her to have no contact with her sister.
Did anyone ever tell that girl, like, sharing is caring?
Well, it depends on how many raviolis you have left.
I mean, I've loved raviolis. There were many raviolis.
I always hate when I go to a restaurant, you get the raviolis, it's like 6 of them. Like, what am I going to do with this?
That's like a sampler.
Right?
Rude.
At least triple that.
Thunderstorm chances will be persisting in Western Washington throughout this week. They better not
tonight.
rain on our parade. They better stay far, far away from White River Amphitheater and Limp Bizkit. They're not expected to be as intense as they were over the weekend. Saturday was crazy. That brought 3,302 lightning strikes on Saturday night throughout our area. Totally insane.
3,000 lightning strikes?
3,302 to be exact.
Oh, okay. 3,000 would be fine, but the 3,302, that's crazy. Oh, man, the Mariners, lightning did not strike for them. They sucked. And this is getting frustrating because now the Mariners are currently 5 games out of first place. They lost to the Dodgers 3-0. I remember, and I hate to remind people of this, at one point the Mariners had a 10-game lead in the AL West, and many people said that was a lead that has never been squandered. Like, anytime anyone's had a 10-game lead that late in the season, and it wasn't super late, but late enough, they usually don't blow it. But the Mariners are here to show you that you can.
As a lifelong Mariners fan, never doubt the Mariners.
Never doubt them. Never doubt them when it comes to sucking. They're now 5 games out of first place. Astros are just, they're an unstoppable force these days. They've just been winning and winning and winning. And the Mariners are also 6.5 games out of a wild card. So even if you wanted to think, wild card might be the way to go, that is not the case.
Oh.
Hey, as far as weather, we're going to have a high of 71 degrees. It's going to be cloudy. That is the DMD. That's what's up. And hopefully we see you at Limp Bizkit tonight.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Castle is up with the Morning 12 Pack.
The Daily Mix Show.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house and owning it. Having an advocate who can help you navigate negotiations, timelines, inspections, and more can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
From the mind of a 2-foot-tall talking spokes puppet comes this year's biggest challenge. It's time for Bob's Dare to Compare, the hottest game show on TV that asks, what happens when you compare Bob's to the competition? You get style. You get quality. You get beeps and boops and dings and whomps. And thousands of dollars in savings. Everyone's a winner when you dare to compare with Bob's Discount Furniture. Shop in store or at mybobs.com to play now.